All right, let's actually build here. All right, yeah, the Ryzen 5 3600, $500 build. We're trying to maximize performance, specifically with the GPU. I paid $60. $60 for this AM4 CPU from Jawa, actually. For the motherboard, this may look familiar. We used this a couple streams ago. This is the Machinist AliExpress Special. It is a super budget, all-white motherboard. B450, not a single bell or whistle. For $49, brand new, on AliExpress. The last one worked good enough, I guess, for us. So I bought two because I was excited about it. So we have that. For the RAM, we got some Pinnacle Conduit. This is a 32 gigabyte DDR4 kit, 3200 megahertz, CL16, of course. But we're going with 32. One, we know games are using more than 16 gigabytes of RAM these days, some games. And two, our motherboard only has 2 RAM slots, so you might as well buy the 32 now. That way you don't have to replace the kit later. For the SSD, this has been the same SSD for the last, like, 7 or 8 Thirsty Thursday live streams. It's the 1 terabyte Clev Crass C910. Just the best value 1 terabyte budget NVMe that you can find. It is Gen 4, which we won't be able to take advantage of, but Gen 4 is the same price as Gen 3 these days, so you might as well buy that. And then for cooling our 3600, we have a Thermalright Assassin X 120 SE White ARGB. We buy this all the time for multiple builds on zttbuilds.com. Super solid, very budget, all white ARGB CPU cooler. For our power supply, we have the MSI Mag A550BN. This is a tier C, 80 plus bronze, not modular power supply, just super budget. Paid $58 for it. That's actually not a great deal. You can sometimes get these for $50 right on the spot, but $58 is the best I could do at that time. We're going to be plugging in, of course, some Okanos white cable extensions. These are the 16 gauge extensions. That costs $16 on Amazon. And for our graphics card, this was also bought on Jawa. Let's go. This is an MSI Gaming X RTX 2060 Super. I paid $150 for it. And then finally, for the case, this I've used a few times. This is the DIYPC ARGB-R1, the white version. This is a micro ATX, all white, comes with 4 pre-installed ARGB fans. Pretty minimal design. I actually kind of like the front panel. It reminds me of like one of those HP Pro Desk things with like this side over here that I used to spray paint all the time. I like the design. It's only $59, brand new on Newegg. We used it for one of our limited edition builds a couple months ago, and it works quite well. All of the cables are painted, and it gives you some decent options in terms of cable management, I think, for such a budget case. But yeah, this $509 was my total cost for this build. So Ryzen 5 3600, 32 gigs of DDR4, and a 2060 Super. All right, here we go. Here is the Machinist B450 AliExpress Special. You guys are hiring? Question mark? Dude, I made a video. I posted it on the YouTube community tab, and I posted it in Discord, and I always at everybody for all of them. Yeah, we're hiring. We're currently looking for a fulfillment coordinator and PC build technician. It's all good. It's all good. That's not a drop. Basically, we need somebody to come in and ship out all of our customer PCs for like 3 or 4 hours, however long that takes. And then with your remaining time, you just build PCs all day. Shipping and building. Yes, we are currently hiring. Big boy words. Yeah, we got some fancy titles at CTT now. Fulfillment coordinator and PC build technician. That is the job description. You got to be in Pittsburgh now, though. You can't move, because we're moving. We're about to move. We're moving next summer. So I put very clearly on the ad that you are not allowed to. We will not accept applications unless if you currently live in Pittsburgh already. All right, not that I don't trust Java, but let me check out these pins just to make sure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that looks good. All good. All right, here we go. So for AM4, if you've never installed one, we have a tiny, tiny little gold triangle here up at the top. And that is going to match with the very, very tiny triangle, which you definitely can't see on the motherboard. It's also going to be orientated like this every single time for AM4. And we're just going to push that in, close it down, and then boom. Our CPU is now installed. Just like that. An hour and 11 minutes in. Happy late Father's Day, by the way. Thank you, man. Hopefully all of the fellow dads in here had a good Father's Day as well. I did. I had a great Father's Day. Can you be my father? No. That ship has sailed. No more Los Niños. No more Niños in the house. We're fully booked up, man. Sorry. All right, now we're gonna install the RAM. This is our 32 gigabyte Pinnacle conduit kit. Boom, that's installed. Oh, hold on. Oh, that's not bad. Check this one. Oh my god, that one's rock solid. Hold on, let me get a better angle at this. Oh my god, that might be the... Okay, this one now. Usually it's this slot. Well, usually we have 4 slots. But usually the one on the left is the one that wiggles more. But this time, the right one wiggles way more. Wow. I mean, these are both some pretty solid. I give it like an 8 of 10 wiggle test, but the right one's actually more wiggly compared to the left one. Interesting. Wow. All right. We got our data. Catalog that one. Moving on. What's the motherboard's name? It doesn't have a name. It is just a Machinist B450 AM4 -A. I don't think that's a real model name. It's just the white Machinist B450. If you type that into AliExpress, you should find it. Okay, I really hope the SSD's in here. That would be... Yeah, okay. I was gonna say. That would be bad. Alright, here we go. With the Clev Crass, you get to choose if you want to install the heatsink. Since this Machinist fancy motherboard does not have a heatsink, we're going to remove this 3M tape and install it ourselves. All black build looking hot. Dude, I'm not falling for that rage bait at all. Not even a little bit. That might have been the worst rage bait of the night, actually. Or my skills are finally just going up. Okay, here we go. Install that just like that. Try to make it nice and straight. There we go. Good enough. Just don't look at it too closely. Oh my god. I forget to get tools out every single time. It's always when I'm installing the SSD, too. That's when I remember, hey man, you need some tools. We need that. We might need that. We don't need that. We do need that. We definitely need that. And hopefully that's it. Not enough stickers? I know, I've been slacking, man. I haven't added a sticker to that thing in a while. It's always on Thirsty Thursday. I have the opportunities to add them, but I think I just get lazy. Alright. Unscrew that. Now... now we can install our SSD. Put that in there. Punch it down. Screw it down. Lock it in. There we go. SSD is now installed. The last thing we're gonna do... Dude, where'd my screw bits go, man? What happened? Switch over to this. My goodness, I don't know what happened with that. Now we're gonna uninstall these plastic bridges that came installed on the motherboard. Clean Oreo cookie build, not gonna lie. That one's valid. Because we are using a black GPU. So that, yeah, that's valid. What screwdriver is that? LTTstore.com. This is the Linus Tech Tips screwdriver, man. It's the GOAT PC building screwdriver to use. Okay, move that to the side. Now we'll get our cooler out. Fire screwdriver? I agree. Can you break the motherboard by grabbing it wrong? Yeah, actually. You could grab it by a capacitor. You know, you definitely don't want to grab it by one of these guys. Like, these will snap off. You know, you might be able to do some damage to something on the underside of it. If you grab... yes. To answer your question, yes, you can break a motherboard by grabbing it incorrectly. Be gentle. What are the specs of the PC? This is a Ryzen 5 3600. 32 gigs of DDR4. And an RTX 2060 Super. It's a I paid $509 for it. Okay, I got it. Does the motherboard have Wi-Fi? Absolutely not. This is a $49 brand new motherboard. This motherboard has no idea what Wi-Fi even is, man. No, you'd have to buy a dongle, a USB dongle for this, or use Ethernet, which is ideal. We'll use the thermal paste this time. We need that. We need that. And I believe the red one is the AM4, yeah. There we go. First time catching your live stream build? Welcome. Welcome to Thirsty Thursday, where we build PCs, drink beer, and try not to get rage baited. How about a Wi-Fi card? No, you can't. Oh, actually you can. If you're, well, maybe. If your GPU was thin enough, you could. If you had like a single slot GPU, then you could use this, but more than likely, no. And there is no additional M.2 port, so no. You will most likely, if you use a very cheap motherboard like this, only have the ability to use Ethernet or a USB dongle. And USB dongles are fine, by the way. They are perfectly fine. Okay. First, we're going to install these red spacers. That is going to let us install these new metal bridges, which the CPU cooler will connect to, and then we'll be good. You need to clean your table. It's actually not, I mean, there is some dirt on it, but most of the marks that you're seeing are permanent marks from this very Thirsty Thursday live stream. Most of this is like not stain or scratches or like chips into the paint. This desk has been abused over the years of Thirsty Thursday. There is some dirt though, don't get me wrong. Thoughts on the 6650 XT for 1080p gaming? Yeah, still very relevant for sure. Oh man, hold on. I'm gonna finish installing the CPU cooler and then we'll get caught up on all those subs and, oh man, I'm like 20 minutes behind, my bad. I'll catch up on all those subs and resubs and whatnot as soon as we get this cooler installed. Okay, now that these metal bridges are installed, now we can do some thermal paste action. This time, I'm just going to use what came with it. This is the Thermalright TF4. Probably not as good as your Arctics or your Noctuas, but definitely good enough for a $500 Ryzen 5 3600 build. There we go. Dude, that's a good looking P dot right there. Slightly more than what you need, but I mean, dang, that'll work, man. That hits the spot right there. That's a big P. Yeah, I like the P dots a little bit bigger than what you need, just a little bit, just to ensure coverage. There we go, man. That'll work. All right, we got that. We are definitely uninstalling that for sure. No questions. I don't think it matters which side you install this on, but we'll go this side. And then we'll hand tighten it to start. And then we'll go back and forth to ensure even pressure on that CPU. And then we'll install the fan and it'll be done. How do you get all the parts? I buy them. I heard you do giveaways. How to enter? Exclamation point giveaway. All right, there we go. That is installed. Now all we have to do is install our fan. We're gonna want to make sure that the fan cable is pointed downward. You don't want it up like this because then you're gonna have to hide this ridiculous cable. So point it downward. That way it kind of naturally hides underneath the heatsink. Then we're going to use these little wire bracket things, loop them through the fan holes. Then we're going to do that on this side too. And then I'm going to hold both the little fan brackets with my thumbs here and line it up like this. I'm pulling outward so I don't drop it, and then I'm going to push forward and latch it into the heatsink. So it latched into there, and it latched into there. So now that's not going anywhere. And then the final step is to plug in the PWM connector into the CPU fan header down here. And then since our cable is already down there, I'm just going to hide that underneath there. We will need this 3-pin ARGB cable in just a second, or several minutes. But boom, that's it. Our motherboard is now fully prepped and ready to go. This is the Machinist B450 AliExpress special with a Ryzen 5 3600 being cooled by the Thermalright SE ARGB. We got a 32 gigabyte Pinnacle conduit DDR4 RAM kit, 3200 megahertz at CL16, and then we have a 1 terabyte Gen 4 Clev Crass C910 on there. I mean, not too bad. Hopefully not a dead board. This is our second one we bought. Whenever I bought these, I bought 2 of them. And And the first one ran fine. All right, next up, let's do the motherboard. Or, oh my god, the motherboard. The power supply. MSI Mag A550BM. A ZTT special. I use this all the time for budget builds. What did you do at McDonald's? I was a cashier. I didn't want to go anywhere near the kitchen. People that work in the McDonald's... No offense. But people that work at the McDonald's kitchen... Dude, they smell like McDonald's for weeks after that shift, man. Like, there is a serious McDonald's smell, like, baked into your skin. And everybody that worked in the McDonald's kitchen had acne. Just from, like, all the oil and grease everywhere. I avoided that place, man. I was a cashier. I was never good enough to work drive-thru. Like, drive-thru is where they put the better employees, the faster employees, because it's like, it's higher stakes. McDonald's management measures how long it takes from, like, order to delivery. So it's all, like, time-based, and that wasn't my jam, man. I remember asking my manager one day, if there was any chance that I could get a raise. And this was I was probably 16 at this point. 16 years old. And I go to ask my McDonald's manager for a raise. And she told me that I was closer to getting fired than getting a raise. So the writing was on the wall with that one. That they did not get the best version of ZTT at that establishment, unfortunately. Thoughts on Rodgers joining the Steelers? Already bought my Super Bowl tickets, man. All day. All right, what do we need? What do we need for a 2060 Super? Let's unbox that. Is that just a single 8-pin? I definitely do not remember that one. What kind of power connector do we need with a GPU like this? Let's check it out. Oh, yeah. Oh, I totally forgot there's red on here. Oh my god, I forgot there's... Oh, we're painting... Oh my god, we gotta paint this. Oh, that might be the ugliest GPU I've ever seen in my life. Good lord. Oh, I did not... Oh. Oh, that's... Oh, we are definitely painting that one. We're not gonna go live with that video until I paint it. That is gross. Oh my goodness. It is just a single 6+2 with the connector up top. So that means we will need this, this, and this. We don't need that. Go up and help him renovate his new office. That's what I texted him about. I said, congrats on the new office, man. You got your work cut out for you. No message, no response. It's like he forgets who we are now that he's got a big old office, man. It's sad. I'm genuinely upset. He's very handsome, and yes, he is, indeed. Alright, we'll get these cable combs done during this ad break. Good timing on the ad break. Do you do shoutouts on your channel? Not really, no? I don't really know what you mean by that. He's moving up and forgetting about poor little Zach? Dude, I guess, man. I guess. Is the Ryzen 4070 still goated in 2025? We actually just got an announcement today about the Ryzen 5070, so... For now, yeah, I guess, but... Maybe not for too much longer. Definitely not an NVIDIA lover. Sorry, I missed that super chat from a while ago. It says, "Hello, How are you doing on this fine evening? I'm good, man. I sincerely apologize. That was 21 minutes ago. Why are so many people getting banned this stream? Mods, can I get the mods' attention real quick? Can you just give me a quick little summary of what... Dude, we're probably down to less than the 100K followers at this point. Every third message, someone's getting banned. What's going on here, man? Spammers? Okay. Well, that's not that interesting. All right, thank you for your hard work, man. Appreciate it. Sorry you have to deal with the spammers, but we do greatly appreciate it. The mods are putting in some work tonight, man. Ragers and baiters? Dude, I don't know if that's a t-shirt, but I want it. I am on team buy whatever PC parts that I think provide me with the most value. Oftentimes, AMD graphics cards provide the most FPS per dollar value and more VRAM, which are the things that I personally value in a graphics card. You may value something else, which is totally fine. But that just happens to be what I value. And AMD, lately, just happens to be delivering on that value. I am not on team AMD or team NVIDIA or team anything. I'm on team me, man. All right, here's what the starting point looks like for our DIYPC ARGB-R1. This is not nearly as good as I remember. I'm not gonna lie. This is a rat's nest, a big time rat's nest. But it's doable. We'll make it happen. Not the starting point that I like to look for, though. But okay, it is what it is. We got a job to do. White cables, though. That's true. Would you be willing to make an exception to your no shout-out rule, says Pixel Forge, Pixelforge on YouTube? I don't think so, man. Pixel Forge on YouTube.com. I don't think that I would make an exception for that, man. Sorry. IO shield? Yeah, we got to do that first, man. That is step numero uno. Team aesthetics and RGB? I'm definitely not team RGB. I mean, I like RGB. I'm not against RGB. But I wouldn't say that I'm team RGB. I think that might be taken a little too far. Alright. Let's get this bad boy installed. Oh wow, this is a tiny motherboard. This looks a little silly, doesn't it? That's a shame. Alright, hold on, let me... Oh, that is not installed in there correctly at all. Oh boy! Alright, we're gonna move some... We gotta do a couple things. We gotta move the standoff. We gotta reinstall that IO shield. I have a huge dislike for glass panels. Wow, that would be crazy to live with. I can't imagine being a PC building enthusiast and not liking glass panels. Like, I mean, if that's not your jam, that's not your jam. That's fine. But I can't imagine that not being my jam. That removes like 97% of the total case market. Like, that would be crazy to have to deal with. Okay, I think that'll work. Now let's put that in there. Something is definitely... I think it's this IO shield getting in the way here. Hold on. Dude, oh man, I can feel it. I'm gonna cut myself on this one. This one's feeling a little dangerous. Okay. All right, we're lined up. We gotta get some screws here. Is a 7700X and a 9070 XT good? Budget $2,500? My first... Whoa. Is that a pre-built? I mean, if that's a 9070 XT pre-builds are a lot of money these days, man. If you're building yourself, you should definitely not spend that kind of money on a 7700X and a 9070 XT. I mean, you could easily get a 9800 X3D in there for less money than that. If it's a pre-built, maybe. That's still up there. Raw Inc. Studios with the $2 super chat says do a build in the Montech 903. That one's kind of old now, isn't it? Or am I thinking of something else? I actually have a Montech case in the garage right now that's under embargo. They got something new coming out, but I did not look at it yet. When you started building a PC, did you break something on accident? I mean, I started building PCs when I was 5, so I don't have a memory of breaking PC parts when I was younger. I gotta imagine that I did though, but I don't remember any, like, one specific thing that I broke in a PC. 5 question mark? Yeah. My parents ran a PC building and software consulting website or business out of the basement of our home, but I do often, at least daily, think about how, you know, I am building the internet version, the social media version of what they did in the late 80s and the early 90s, you know. Trying to keep it going, you know. I feel like you know, it's not like the same name or anything, and like I don't like dedicate anything to them and whatnot, but I do feel like you know, trying to keep that legacy alive, you know, keep it going. Legacy value, yeah. Something like that, man. Something like that. Were PCs easier to build back then? No. No, they were definitely harder. IDE cables, Molex connectors, hard drive jumper cable. No, it was definitely way more difficult back then. Dude, what is going on with this rubber band? Oh my god. Why did they put a rubber band in here? Oh my goodness. That was obnoxious. What do you think my chances are of winning with 26 tickets? I mean, most people that have won have not had a lot of tickets. Like single-digit tickets has been the going rate lately for these giveaways. This is now our 12th PC that we've given away in this like live streaming fashion. I would say most of them did not have a lot of tickets. Okay, we have just an insane rat's nest here. This is crazy. We are going to need a ton of zip ties. Oh, it doesn't even come with white ones? What the f... It doesn't even come with zip ties? What kind of nonsense is this? I don't have white zip ties. We're gonna have to use black zip ties. What the f... Oh my god. I literally don't have white zip ties. That's ridiculous. Normally, if you're gonna cable manage and use zip ties on parts of the case where you can see it from the front, I would try to match that color, because now you'll be able to see this black zip tie from... It's not a huge deal, but you'll be able to see this black zip tie from the front, which is not ideal, but I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do here, man. We can't not use zip ties. Motherboard is too small to hide any? Yeah, I mean, this motherboard is not helping in the slightest. This case is awful, man. Dude, I can't believe my employees build with this. We sold a lot of PCs with this case, man. This is insane. Oh, I feel bad. That was my fault, man. This is awful. This is not a fun cable management job at all. Brutal. Do you do BIOS updates? Yeah, we pretty much every single PC that goes through our office gets BIOS updated at some point. For YouTube builds, definitely for customer builds, you know, we always update to the latest BIOS. Okay. All right, we have at least some. This is, oh my god, this is so bad. This is so bad. Can we daisy chain our RGBs at least? Can we RGB into here or no? Oh my god, can we really not? Oh no, we can't even daisy chain. Oh wait, hold on. Can we daisy chain off the CPU cooler? Oh my god, we can't. What am I gonna do about that? Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. You get what you pay for? Yeah, this is the definition of getting what you paid for, man. This is not a great case. I don't know why I was thinking that this was a decent budget option. This has like nothing going for it other than price. It does have a USB-C connector, which is good, but not for us because we don't have a USB-C header on the motherboard. All right, I'm gonna start plugging in some connectors here. I've had worse. Oh yeah, we've definitely had worse. Don't get me wrong. Not a great case though. Couple disappointments already. Which case is that? It's the DIY ARGB-R1. It's $59 on Newegg. On paper, it looks pretty good. It's got 4 pre-installed ARGB fans, micro ATX, all white, USB-C. But the cable management is not good at all. Is eBay good for finding parts? I mean, eBay is just a marketplace, man. There are good sellers on eBay and there are bad sellers on eBay. Just like any other marketplace, including Amazon. If you know what to look for and you have experience like actively not getting scammed, you know, eBay can be great. I pay tens of thousands of dollars a year on eBay. I have also been scammed on eBay plenty of times, though. I actually just returned 8 GPUs from eBay. There was a guy selling RX 6600s brand new for $190. So I bought 8 of them the other day, and they look great. The listing just said that they were Sapphire RX 6800 or 6600s. The current price of those has been like $210, $220. So brand new at $190. I was like, I'm gonna scoop these up right now. And not documented at all. Let's continue zip tying a bit before we get that power supply in here. Little pre-cable management. Thoughts on the Montech Air 100? I mean, that was my goat for a long time, man. In the pre short form TikTok and YouTube Shorts days of ZTT, like right before all that, the Montech Air 100 was the goat for a while. I mean, it's still a decent case. It didn't just instantly become bad, But since that time period, there have been a lot of other really good micro ATX white cases to come out, so like the Okinos ones and whatnot. But I mean, still a decent case. Okay, we're also gonna have to route this, unfortunately. This is not daisy chainable, which sucks. That is a huge, huge letdown. But it is what it is. Is there a certain order you're supposed to build the PC? I mean, everyone can do their own thing. I build in the same order every single time. I prep the motherboard with as much as I can. Then I prep the power supply with as much as I can. Then I install the motherboard and cable manage, which is what I'm doing now. After that, I will install the power supply and cable manage again. And then I will install the GPU and the AIO if there is one. I do that order for literally every single PC build, but you do not have to do that. I know a lot of people do it a different way. All right, let's get rid of these ugly black zip ties in my white PC. There we go. Okay, so we at least have some decent cable managing, other than right here. Like right there. I mean, that looks pretty good, man. That is not too terrible. We gotta we just gotta deal with all this, man. We don't need that, so that can be tucked down here. Those colors don't mix. It's the Oreo build, man. All right, let's get our case or our power supply now. Put that in there, like so. Why don't you buy white zip ties? Because every time I've ever needed white zip ties, which is not often, the case comes with white zip tie or clear zip ties. This is the first time in literally years I am building with a white case and it did not come with white zip ties. That is why. Now you should buy some. Yeah, now I will. Now that I know that this is a possibility. It was completely off my radar, man. I've never needed it. It might not look bad. We have a black GPU. It might not look terrible. Wes with the $5 super chat says, I bought a 7800 X3D a few months ago for $380 at Walmart. I see it's $359 now on Amazon. Got an RX 9070 for $599, less than MSRP, but is the value there? Yes. Stop thinking like that. Come on, man. You cannot stress that you bought a really, really good CPU and months later, it's $20 cheaper. Welcome to the world of electronics. What's your gym routine? I do 4 days on, 1 day off. I do push, pull, legs, and then arms. I got an arm day in there, man. It's an arms and weak point day. So lately I've been doing arms and upper chest and shoulders. But I usually go 4 days on, 1 day off. Today was my day off, ironically enough. That's why I was able to crank out 16 videos today. It's weird. It's weird when I don't go to the gym and I have an entire day at work. I can get an insane amount of work done. All right. 24 pins plugged in. Now we're going to do the 4+4 up here. Oh my god, it's not even 4+4. It's just a 4. I don't need the cable combs. It's just a 4. Not even a 4+4. Is this your house or studio? This is my house. This is the only part of my house that is like ZTT. We're just in my basement right now, and my basement looks like a normal, you know, family with 2 young kids basement. But we have this tiny little section that's my desk and the streaming setup. Everything else is a totally normal house. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to plug in. What case is that? It's the DIYPC ARGB-R1. I mean, for a super budget value, it's not terrible. I'm not having a lot of fun with it now, though. Man, I'm really not having fun with this. This is tough to plug in. Will this be a new video? Yes, we are making a YouTube video about this build. I paid $509. Jinx with the Twitch Prime sub, thank you. Dara with the $2 super chat says, how do you feel about the Steelers signing Rodgers? I am absolutely all for it, man. To be 100% honest, I would have preferred Justin Fields. That was my #1 pick. But it is what it is. And now that we have Rodgers, I am super excited. I think I might actually buy an Aaron Rodgers jersey. I know this phase, no matter how good or bad it goes, will not last long. Papa Zach, thoughts on making your own video game? Could be whatever. So I've been like randomly, it's only like the last like year or so. I've been like, I'll randomly watch like game developer YouTube channels. And it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, you got to be selective with your time. Like we can't do, unfortunately, as adults, everything that we want to do. Dude, come on, man. I got Harry Bells. Dude, we can't. Come on, man. We can't be cheering for I got Harry Bells, man. But thank you. Thank you. I got Harry Bells for the 5 tier 1 gifted subs. I appreciate that. Alright, we just gotta stuff this rat's nest under here, man. This is... We just gotta send it at this point. Not the zip ties? I know, man. I now have a pile of zip ties scattered across my carpet right now. It is not the best look. I'm just gonna pick up a handful of them and use them for the rest of the stream. Hopefully that's enough. That is extremely unfortunate. Alright, what can I do with this cable here? Minecraft modder here? Yeah, I am not opposed to talk about Minecraft whenever I'm done, because I got a big Minecraft conversation for you guys, and I'm gonna need everyone's full attention for. My son and I have been playing some serious Minecraft these last 2 weeks, and I am in, like, the biggest Minecraft season of my entire life. But I gotta concentrate, man. I gotta concentrate first. Alright. Let's install our GPU now. Yeah, we will we'll talk Minecraft if you guys don't mind. After the build. ZTT server when? I mean, we already did that whole thing. We had a ZTT Minecraft server going for a long time, man. It was fun, but I don't think I'm gonna do that again. Maybe. I am in a Minecraft season. We'll see. All right, GPU going in. Let me get some screws. It was a bit of a mess. Yeah, I would definitely not do, or I should say, if I would ever do a Minecraft ZTT server again, I will definitely pay somebody to help me run it. Or, no. I will definitely pay somebody to run it. Like, I will help if it's necessary. But I don't have the capacity to. Running a Minecraft server with a big community is a ton of work. And we were definitely bottlenecked by my lack of time. Paying a hosting company is the move. It's not even about that. I mean, you still got to do a ton of work if you're running it from a hosting company. Like updating it and figuring out the mods and constantly dealing with griefers and constantly adding new protections so you can't get griefer. It's just all sorts of nonsense, man. We would need a ZTT Minecraft community manager. That'd be the official title. If you guys see that as a job opening, you'll know why. Make a Minecraft server? Dude, I got 2 Minecraft servers running right now, man. That's why we're going to talk about it. But I got to finish this PC build first. We're going to talk all about Minecraft servers. I got them running right now. And they're running really nicely, actually. Okay, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. Okay. All right, the last thing I got to do is we are going to need one of those RGB adapters because we unfortunately cannot daisy chain. We cannot daisy chain with this. Where do you see AMD and NVIDIA in 2 years or 10 years? It's a good question. I genuinely, like, wholeheartedly do not think NVIDIA will be making gaming GPUs. I mean, I think that's going to happen in 3 years. 3 to 5. 3 to 5. I don't need to be so bold on that take. I'd say in 3 to 5 years, I do not think that NVIDIA will be making GPUs, man. They are just making... I mean, it's probably up to like 97% of their total revenue is from AI. Like, it's getting to the point where it doesn't make sense that they're making gaming products anymore. So, it might be an Intel versus AMD debate for both CPUs and GPUs. We shall see. All right, here's the PC, guys. Here's the $500 Ryzen 5 3600, 32 gigs of... Oh! An RTX 2060 Super. Dare I say that doesn't look terrible. We got a little GPU sag. We can fix that one. I mean, not bad though. Let's see if we got some RGB action real quick. Hold on. Not terrible. What, do you have a tech baddie shirt? Dude, I'm all about the tech baddies, man. Don't clip that one out of context, please. Come on, man. All right. Oh. Oh. Oh, that is not bad. That is not bad at all. Oh, I like it. I even like those colors. Dude, I'm not even changing that. Oh my god. Who knows the one adjustment I want to make from this? The RGBs on the GPU look hideous, but other than that, who can guess the one adjustment I'm going to make before this stream ends? There's one thing that's really bothering me right now. Yeah, Jetstream's got it. The rear fam will paint the GPU. Yeah, that I want to do as well. No, the GPU fam Or, I'm sorry, the rear fan. The rear fan. I hate when the CPU cooler and the rear fan are misaligned like that. So I'm going to loosen up the rear fan a little. Look at it now. Look at it now. That way you have a point of reference. I'm going to loosen that up a bit. And I'm going to raise it so it's in line with the CPU cooler. Like that. I mean, you can probably already tell. Does that not look just a little bit more detail oriented? A little bit higher level right there? Does that look better? There we go. Right? Yeah, that looks good. Dude, I like that, man. That's a good looking build. $500? OCD in the house? No, it's just attention to detail. Yeah, I like that, man. That actually turned out better than I thought. Even the black GPU. I really don't like the gray backplate up there. I really don't like that. But I mean, from the side, I mean that. Other than we'll get those RGBs configured whenever we install Windows. But I mean, that doesn't look terrible. Here's what the here's what the cable management looks like. I mean, not too bad, man. From arms up, it looks fine. The black zip ties look obnoxious, but I mean, other than that, like I think this is a pretty clean cable management job right there, if I do say so myself, man. Like that's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be, you know? Pretty clean. We'll just screenshot that real quickly and call it a day, man. Not too bad. And this is installing with perfect ease. I'm not having to apply... Oh my god. I didn't have to apply pressure on that one at all. I mean, that just screwed right in. Not too shabby, man. Excellent job. Thank you. Appreciate that. No spray painted GPU. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I was not planning on spray painting the GPU. I was just going to leave it as a black and white PC, which honestly, it does look fine. After I saw the gray backplate, I do want to spray paint it. I think that'll make this build look really good, especially for $500. But I'm going to be honest with you. I'm about to go on vacation, man. I'm going on vacation in just a couple days. And I do not think I'll be able to squeeze in a full... Painting a GPU takes a long time. Not just the painting, but the disassembly. It does actually take a while. I do not think I will have the capacity to do that. So we will probably leave it like this.